Top right, Shroud. This? Okay, I don't know what this is. This title's
Shia
intriguing.
LaBeouf is an artist.
Oh,
Welcome to his museum. He brought you such works as watching all of his movies in a theater, back to back, and wearing a paper bag.
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
But now he's ready to unveil his magnum opus.
I used to be a church boy.
He won't divide us.
I remember
Their
this.
message from Astoria,
I
Queens,
remember
broadcast for the world to see. Camera feed will be up 24 hours a day for at least 4 years.
The media called it a triumph, the first great art of the Trump era.
Will not divide us. He will not divide us.
But unfortunately for Shia, Pole appreciates art too, and they wanted to express themselves on camera as well.
But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
In my time, there'll be no one else.
It's the way I fly to you. Still in a dream.
Pole had one goal in mind, to take over the exhibit and trigger Shia.
A lot of people criticize the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but I personally thought it was fantastic. You will not divide us.
By day 2, Shia is getting sick of hearing about Pepe.
Pepe! You will not divide us! Pizzagate is real! Shia LaBeouf is a rich white liberal who doesn't care about the working class. Clearly.
Six hours later.
You will not divide us. Who's that, little speaker? Whose speaker is that?
Pole learned that Shia was particularly triggered by Nazi role-playing, so it became a game to make Nazi references while he was on camera.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
What's up? Bang bang. Hitler did nothing wrong.
In a rage, he sexually assaulted some dude. Then Sam Hyde showed up.
Teams will not divide us. Teams will not divide us. All right, but Shia, you're not a real artist, man. I just want to red pill Shia on the truth about the Holocaust.
Yo, be careful. Be nice out here. Hey, be nice out here. You're surrounded now.
But it all came tumbling down.
Be careful.
Off camera, because of a misunderstanding, he assaulted one of his own supporters.
Oh
The police
no.
caught the event, and he was arrested.
Pepe.
You will not divide us. You will not divide us.
Oh, never mind.
He was deported back to Los Angeles the next day. Soon after, they also had to put up a fence. A wall, if you will. And now only 5 people at a time can come in, and they are very well vetted. But credit where it's due. Although this was not good art, Shia had created one of the most fascinating things to watch on the internet. And here are a few of the best featured characters. The Milky Bar
You
Hmm.
Pimp,
know that's hate speech.
Milk is a symbol of something?
Yes, towards black people. Subliminal racist type of things they do. They try to say that, like, black people are lactose intolerant. Like, just purposely drink milk outside very obnoxiously. How'd you get my phone number? How'd you get my phone number? I haven't given out my phone number. Did you hear that? At the end, he said Hitler did nothing wrong. There's so many racist people calling me right now.
AIDS Bjorn,
Bjorn.
Bjorn. I don't use the word Nazi lightly. No Nazi. Make America fight Nazis again. I love you and I love these people. Fuck off, Nazi.
People started chanting, my wife's son, calling him a cuck.
My son! My wife's son! My wife's son! My wife's son! The guy is standing right behind you, the pedophile.
What's your name?
Brittany Venti. I came there to trigger people, and it was great.
Oh my god.
But there are many, many more.
Oh my god.
It is the single best reality TV show on the internet right now, and it is going on for the next 4 to 8 years.
Okay. I remember that a little bit though. I remember that faintly when that was happening. Is that dude okay? Is he doing all right, or what's going on? Dude, she was literally reeing. Is she the reason why Twitch chat rees? Was it her? Did she do that? Oh man.
Where the fuck I am.
What is this? The walking divided, he will not divide us. That's similar to this one. Huh. Oh boy. Capture the flag? Okay, why not?
War has changed. It's an endless series of proxy battles fought by mercenaries and machines. Nanomachines inside their bodies enhance and regulate their ability.
After defeat on the battlefields of New York and New Mexico, Shia headed to a new hidden location. No more chanting or interaction. This latest exhibit would just be a flag waving arrogantly in front of a camera. There were no landmarks, no scenery, no clues at all to its whereabouts. It would be impossible to find, and nothing could stop the broadcast. Checkmate. And this would allow Shia to act smug for the next 4 to 8 years. That is, unless Pol's agents could find a way to track it down. Challenge accepted. It was to be the greatest game of capture the flag ever. Pol began organizing.
Oh my
They set
God.
about gathering all the information they could on the local environment, trying to match up cloud, wind patterns, and ambient noise. Because it was a live stream, they could match the time of sunset to quickly discern that the flag was somewhere in the Eastern time zone. That's 2/3 of the country ruled out in one move. Others began looking into intel about Shia's whereabouts,
God.
as it was highly likely that he was present for the raising of the flag itself. As time went on, distinct noises could be heard in the background, the croaking of frogs, suggesting water nearby. Then, the second big break. In the distance, just faintly, 2 jet streams. Pol quickly opened a live feed of all of the air traffic across the eastern seaboard. But identifying these 2 lines, amongst all of this, would be a challenge. Meanwhile, social media trackers found this post. At a small town diner in Tennessee, this waitress couldn't help but brag about her run-in with Shia. It was another big break. TMZ also reported that Shia had been seen fly fishing in the area. The search was closing in on Greenville, Tennessee. The hunt was moving much faster now. According to the aviation team, 2 more planes would soon be flying overhead. If they could be spotted on the live stream, Pol would have confirmation. Bingo. To further narrow down the search area, the aviation team started charting all of the flight paths of spotted planes. But they still needed more information, and as day turned to night, they got it. Pol's astronomy division used the constellations to narrow down the angle and rough position of the camera. With this, the flight paths, and some advanced trigonometry, the candidate area had been reduced way down. Further confirmation from weather satellites backed up the claim as an agent was dispatched to the scene. As he drew close, he started honking the horn, while viewers of the live stream gave feedback as it got louder. A few minutes later, target sighted. But he couldn't just head in during broad daylight and risk Shia's wrath. Instead, he had to wait for the cloak of night. In the meanwhile, Paul got to work devising an infiltration strategy. A few hours later, the flag came down, and a MAGA hat and shirt went up. It was a beautiful moment, and it all took place on the live stream. Paul's Central Intelligence Agency had clocked Windu Season 3 in 38 hours and 14 minutes, and poor Shia was divided for a third time.
Oh my god. That's impressive.
Could he ever recover? Could this be the end? Well, as I was editing this video, there has been an update. The stream has gone down and the MAGA hat and shirt with it, but intel indicates that the flag will be up again soon. A drone was flown over the area, and you can see here that Shia is keeping guard of the flagless pole. In response, Operation Eagle Eye is on standby. The drone carries a sophisticated device. You can see here a MAGA hat, Confederate flag, and bucket. To find out what will happen next, stay tuned for Season 4.
Please tell me there's another video to that. Please tell me they actually land that on top of the fucking flagpole. Please tell me there's a third one. Is there a third part to this?